Hi, hello, I'm Sam Harrison. I read, review and discuss fantasy and science fiction books. Today, I'm here to tell you why there's no June TBR video. So, I have decided that for June, July, August of this year, I am going to be mood reading. So, I have a massive pile of books on the floor and I have a load of books in my bookshelf that I want to read. And I also have 5 books to read for SPFBO over the next 3 months. So what I want to do is make sure that I am getting through those SPFBO books, but also that I am alternating genres. So I'm not reading fantasy back to back, but I'd like to get through some of these books on my floor. So I'm looking now at books like The Blade Itself, at Gardens of the Moon, the book that broke the world, The Black-Tongued Thief, and Wool by Hugh Howey, and Kingdoms of Death, Ashes of Man by Christopher Rocchio. I have so many amazing books in front of me. The Silver Blood Promise just came out a couple of months ago, and I've got the Broken Binding edition. I haven't even touched it yet. The Martian by Andy Weir. So I've got Return to Adan, the final book in the Adan trilogy, which I'll probably read in September, but don't worry about that. So I've got all these fantastic books, and I have been putting out TBRs every month for the last few months, and then having trouble sticking to them because life has kind of gotten in the way, and life is going to probably get in the way again for the next few months. So I think the best thing to do is to mood read. So what is mood reading? So mood reading is basically when you finish your book, you just pick what you want to read based on how you're feeling at the time. There are a lot of channels that mood read that don't do TBRs. Most of my friends don't do TBRs, and they just kind of choose what they want to read based on how they're feeling at the time. I have been really wanting to progress with a few series, but a lot of those I am wanting to... the ones that I've been really focused on have been Wheel of Time. So I've got it here. I'm reading The Fires of Heaven. I have about 100 pages left. And I will still, even though I'm mood reading, I will continue to read, I would say on average, a Wheel of Time a month. It may be that some months I read 2, or one at the beginning of the month and one at the end, or whatever. But for the time being, one Wheel of Time book a month is still the goal. We'll be reading New Spring in publication order. So I think that's after book 10. I could be wrong, but I think it's after book 10. And then Sun Eater I've also been reading through, so I haven't read one of those a month. Or actually, have I? I think I'm... If you think of the fact that I started Demon in White in April, I think I have actually read a Sun Eater a month because I've been reading novellas and short story collections. I'll be adding the Tales of the Sun Eater Volume 2 to my reading list. And then I've been working through those. I did finish the Red Rising trilogy, although I haven't gone on to the sequel series yet. And I have been working on the Hybrid Helix series, which my next read is going to be Shadow of Hyperion, which is... I had a list open on this that I was reading from. Shadow of Hyperion will be the next read after The Fires of Heaven. I don't know when this video is going out because I am batch filming a ton of videos this week because it's half term. It's next week, so I want to make sure that all of the videos that would go up, that I would need to record while my kid is at home, are pre-recorded so that I can still record them in the nice daylight rather than nighttime. I prefer doing daylight reviews, videos. So yeah, I've got so much stuff that I want to read, and so little time. So little time is the wrong term. I actually have quite a bit of time. I've got so much stuff that I want to read, And I want to make sure that I'm getting to the stuff when I want to, rather than... So, for example, a couple of my friends have been reading Gardens of the Moon, the Malazan, first book in Malazan, and I felt kind of left out because I couldn't join them on the read-along because I had a TBR for May. And then I looked at June and I was like, well, June I need to start reading the SPFBO books. So maybe I won't be able to start in June. And then I was looking at the rest of the year and was like, oh, well, if I follow my schedule that I had planned, because I had planned out already a lot of my reading for the rest of the year. And if I was going to follow that schedule, then honestly, I might not have gotten to Gardens of the Moon for months and months and months. So now what I think I'm going to do is just not try and fit things into set months. I'm just going to read what I want to read. I will, as I said, still be reading One Wheel of Time a month, but I might not read one Sun Eater a month. Might read two. I really want to read the Silver Blood Promise. It looks fantastic. My Broken Binding edition is beautiful. And everyone I know who is reading it is absolutely loving it. I also really want to read a few books that I bought recently, like Wool by Hugh Howey and Gardens of the Moon and The Blade itself. So, yeah, it just feels like to me there's so much stuff sitting on my floor in piles of books. And most of those piled books are not books that I am keeping forever. They're books that I've bought cheap secondhand when I found them cheap secondhand and thought, oh, I really want to read The Blade itself, for example. So I've picked that up and then been like, oh, this has now been on my floor for 3 months. I paid for the hardcover for Will of the Many, right? And I'm not going to get to read that until early June. And I bought that in like February. And I paid like hardcover price for it. I probably could have got the paperback soon. And that, you know, that is also kind of a bit of a money-saving exercise. It feels like maybe I've wasted my money a little bit there. So we'll see. I have absolutely no idea how this mood reading journey is going to go, but I am excited for it. I will be going back to TBRs in September, and I can tell you why, is because in September we're doing Self-Pub September again. I'm still going to read a Wheel of Time book in September, maybe, unless I read 2 in August, but that seems unproductive. Yeah, I'm still going to read a Wheel of Time book in September. However, that is going to be right in the middle of the slog, so maybe I'll take the month off for Self-Pub September. We'll see what Matt wants to do, because I am buddy reading the whole of the Wheel of Time, which is why I have to stick to the 1 a month schedule. So I'm buddy reading that with my friend Matt from Bask in the Story. And we've been having some excellent full spoiler chats. So I don't want to miss out on those. But if he wants a break, then absolutely I will take a break in September. Anyway, that has been a very long, rambly video. I say very long and rambly, it's 8 minutes. That has been a rambling video for me saying I'm not going to have TBRs for June, July and August. But if you are interested in any of the books that I have mentioned throughout this video, or there's any books that you think that I should get to put at the top of this pile, also, I would love to hear some self-published book recommendations for September. So I'm pretty certain I will be reading Return to Edan. I think I'm going to read Mushroom Blues, and I am probably going to read, maybe I'll read Andrew Watson's novella, Silence is Silver. I do have a copy of that, I think, because I'm a patron of Andrew's, but I will leave it until Self-Pub September, I think. Pump up those numbers, you know. And I would really like to read Voices of War by Zach Argyle. I started it last Self-Pub September, and I dropped it so that I could move on to the October event that I planned, which was to read all those Stephen King books. But that was probably a mistake, because I think that book was pretty fun. So yeah, in October again this year, maybe we'll do some more Stephen King stuff, but we'll do some proper horror stuff. So if you're interested in that, let me know. But yeah, so that's basically the plan. So summer is mood reading. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then in September, we'll be doing Self-Pub. and then in October maybe another Stephen King or a kind of general horror month. But let me know. I'm interested to hear what people are interested in seeing from my channel. So, as I said before, if there's any book titles I have mentioned in this video that you think you'd love to see my reviews and my thoughts on, then please do comment down below and tell me the ones I should prioritize. If you liked this video, of course, give it a like. And finally, please do subscribe to the channel because every little subscription helps. Thanks very much, and I will speak to you tomorrow.